Today on the Trent Out Loud podcast. Earlier today, the Tuah girl was back in the headlines, but this time it wasn't for her viral comments. It was for the fact that the SEC has decided to no longer press charges against her and her shady Bitcoin. Are y'all really surprised that the guys at the SEC didn't press charges against the Tuah girl? I'm sure they just brought her in for questioning, and she suggested that. Actually, I can't tell you what I think she suggested, but I'm sure y'all could figure it out.
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk to and spit on that thing. You get me?
What up? It's Trent Out Loud, and I'm back with another episode. All right, y'all, it's Tuesday morning, and what do I remind us every Tuesday? Let's just be happy. It's not a Monday, and Hump Day's right around the corner. We got this. Let's go, Tuesday. All right, I have 4 lead stories for you. We're going to kick it off by talking about Justin Bieber and his fans being very concerned over the fact that he's leaving very bizarre messages on his Instagram page. There is a free Wendy protest set for April the 1st in New York City and Los Angeles. Trump says that he could care less if the price of cars go up. And the $40,000 preacher, Marvin Sapp, apologizes for being assertive in church. In quick news, we're going to talk Claressa Shields, DDG, Dr. Umar, Shenseea, Hulk Hogan, the Tuah girl, Rihanna, and ASAP Rockey. As always, we're going to close out the show with comments of the day, social discussion, question of the day, and a little bit of sports news. Y'all know what time it is. Turn your TVs, your radio, or your devices up. I'm going to start this Tuesday show. Let's go. I leaned in there a little too early for the let's go. Our first lead story. Fans show concern for Justin Bieber after he goes live to share his bizarre new music. Some people say this is very disturbing. Justin Bieber fans are concerned about him as he recently went live and played some music for fans. What do y'all think? All right, so the couple of videos that are going around online, I have played a couple of videos, I feel, this month or maybe in February about Justin. I feel like I've been ringing this alarm from months ago, from since this whole Diddy thing started building up. Justin Bieber's name has been brought up, and every month it seems like it just gets worse and worse. I feel y'all are late to the party now, to be honest with you. Here is one video, and then I'll play another one after. Take a listen. For those of you out there who think, that might not... For those of you out there who might be thinking, whatever, it's a Saturday night, he's a celebrity, he's probably just having fun. Take a look at this, and you tell me if you think this is a normal Saturday night for a celeb having fun. All right, and for those of you who still think that that's normal, how about this post? He put this out on his stories sometime over the weekend. I think it was Saturday or Sunday. I'm really tired of playing nicey nice. The caption reads, Justin Bieber shared a post to his story saying that he's tired of playing nice. He made multiple posts to his feed today. You telling me that Justin Bieber doesn't know something or is not going through something? I keep telling you guys that there is multiple celebs that people like Tony Busby are going after behind the scenes. There's a lot that's still going on with Jay-Z. There's a lot that's still going on with Diddy. There's a lot of things that are happening in the entertainment industry. Some are handling it better than others. Some are not. I'll just leave it at that. Here is one fan says, Justin Bieber is screaming for help, yet nothing is happening. Yet nothing happens. Another person wrote, Justin Bieber deactivated his Insta after having a whole crash out. Another person said, I think Justin Bieber deleted his Instagram while I was looking at it. Somebody's just making a joke. Another person posted the video I played for you and said, Justin Bieber has crashed out so bad. He went from never being online to being on live looking like he's skiing 24/7 in the studio. What's going on? So I did try to go to his Instagram. His Instagram is back up. Did somebody maybe take away his phone? Did he deactivate it while he was going through whatever he's going through? I don't know the answer to that. All I know, it's back up now. Y'all let me know what you think about this. But for my daily followers, I've been playing videos of Justin Bieber not being Justin Bieber. I'll leave it to you guys in the comment section below. Our second lead story. Our girl Wendy is getting a protest. Free Wendy protest, April the 1st, 2025. All right, it's free Wendy until it's backwards. Wendy is free. The Free Wendy movement started by Wendy's fans, supporters, and representatives in 2022 to fight for her freedom from a court-ordered guardianship. Despite recent rumors, Wendy has not been moved. She remains in the same restrictive memory care unit under the same conditions under guardianship Sabrina Morrissey and with the same judge presiding over her case. Supporters across the country will gather for a peaceful demonstration in New York City, Tuesday, April the 1st, 2025 at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. They're meeting at 505 West 35th Street in New York City. A rally in honor of the Queen of Media. Participants will carry signs, wear Free Wendy shirts, distribute merchandise, and sign a petition for her release. In Los Angeles, same day, Tuesday, April the 1st, 2025 at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Hollywood Walk of Fame, they're gathering at Wendy Williams Star. Fans will unite at the iconic Hollywood Boulevard to show their support, share Wendy's story, and demand the end of her conservatorship. She needs your voice. She needs your presence. Stand up and show up. Free Wendy. I actually tried to make arrangements to go, but I wasn't able to. So I hope whoever is in New York or in LA, you try your best to go out, even if it's for 5 minutes on your lunch hour or whatever. As you guys know, I'm sure when it starts, there's going to be a lot of newscasts or news stations or people trying to pick it up. So if you could take a break from work, if you're in the New York City area, try to go out and support. Or if you're in the LA area, anywhere near Hollywood, like I said, even half an hour will go out, will help. I know some people that are already going out. It's going to be dope. We'll try to get some footage for you. So shout out to this organization. Shout out to the Free Wendy protest. We have told you guys, I think it was around 2 weeks ago, that there's a lot of stories out there that are not true about Wendy, that she was able to go out to restaurants and she's free and she's able to do this. These are all false stories. I personally think it's Sabrina and the judge and that team putting out this false narrative so that we, the people, stop trying to fight for Wendy. The only reason why she was out is because her niece Alex was in town, and they went out with Charlemagne and Lauren and Jess and all of that stuff. And then I think the next day, they went out shopping. Again, if Alex is in town, Alex can bring her out. But if Alex is not in town, and I've asked why Alex can't just move and take her out every day if she wanted to, but Alex has her own life and her own things to do too, right? So as we continue this fight for Wendy, we'll keep you guys up to date, but just know that nothing has changed. There is one little thing that has changed, is I heard that she has gotten the trial by jury. However, she still has to do the cognitive test and do all of that stuff before she can get the trial. So she's still a long way away. Continue to use the hashtag, continue to fight. Free Wendy. Our third lead story. Trump speaks on potential auto price hikes from Tariffs. He says, I couldn't care less. All right, Trumpers unite. It's your president. Donald Trump dismissed allegations that he pressured auto CEOs to keep costs down amid rising tariffs, instead emphasizing that his trade policies were designed to boost American manufacturing. I couldn't care less if they raise prices, Trump told NBC News. People are going to start buying American-made cars. We have plenty. His remarks follow the announcement of a 25% tariff on foreign-made cars and auto parts set to take effect April the 2nd. The policy is expected to hit Germany, Japan, and South Korea particularly hard as the auto industry relies heavily on U.S. imports. Trump insisted that the tariffs would remain in place permanently, arguing that the U.S. has been exploited for decades. The world has been ripping off the United States for the last 40 years and more, he said. All we're doing is being fair, and frankly, I'm being very generous. Economists warn that the tariffs could significantly increase customers' costs, with import car prices potentially raising by $12,500 on average, according to the Associated Press. Some lawmakers have expressed concern about the impact on inflation and the broader economy. All right, y'all. This is the third time we're talking about tariffs. Trump sounds like he's serious this time. I think the fact that a lot of people were saying, oh, he's just bluffing. Even if he wants to bluff, I don't think he's going to bluff again because he doesn't want to be known as I'm just the bluffing president, right? I think it's here to stay. I'm trying to see the good in it. Like, I get where he's coming from. I know some of you guys are not going to like this. I get where he's coming from. He campaigned on this. He said he wants to bring America back. He wants people to buy America. His whole slogan on his hat is "Make America Great Again." The problem, Mr. Trump, President Trump, is that you are not going to be in power long enough to see these changes take effect. And what I mean by that is, and yes, I know we put out a story yesterday of Trump maybe staying in office forever, but let's just assume that he's only staying in there for 3.5 more years, okay? These automakers are not going to shift their whole plan and their whole structure and their whole manufacturing and make everything in the US for 3 years. It will take almost 3 years to set that up, to change their plans around. These are big, huge billion-dollar companies. So while I understand his mentality, it would have to take the automakers thinking that this is permanent and can never be reversed for them to change course. All they're going to do for the next 3 years is increase the prices. They're going to hand those increases off to the customer. The customer is going to have to pay more. A small percentage might buy a little bit less. A small percentage might buy a little bit more American. But for what Trump wants to do, that big, huge ship that he wants to turn around, I think he would have a better opportunity to do it if this was his first term and he was going to be in there for 8 years. That might make them rethink. I just don't think he has enough time to make them switch around. Their budgets and their projections are already set for the next 2 years. For them to change this now and change course for 3.5 years, they're just going to, bite the bullet for the next, year or 2 years and hope for even a Republican president that doesn't believe in tariffs, or hope that a Democratic president comes in. Anyways, that's just my 2 cents. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. Our fourth lead story, Marvin Sapp reveals he has received threats over a misunderstanding from a viral video that some claim showed him holding a church congregation hostage for a $40,000 offering. Marvin Sapp apologizes for how his tone came across in a viral video, but he is making it clear that the money was not for him. Yeah, okay, Marvin. Marvin Sapp admits he was assertive in the viral video, and he can apologize for that. Let's just jump straight to the video for those of you who don't know what's going on. I'm going to play the first video of what happened in the church, all right, to just bring everybody up to speed, because I didn't play this on my show. I actually missed this, but here it is. Take a listen.
And they understand the cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said, close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna leave together. Y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, It's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight.
Now, in the next video I'm going to play for you, while he was on Ricky Smiley, he's there apologizing, kind of, but then saying, and this is the sentence that bothered me, I never said lock the door. I said shut the door. Oh, we're playing semantics now? Like, what are you talking about, man? Like, shut the door. Guys, imagine if you're in a room and someone's like, yo, shut the door. You think anybody is thinking at that time, oh, we're okay, we're safe. He didn't say lock it. Come on. Don't go on places to try to make things better or try to justify things and use semantics. Like, that's just, no one's going to believe you. If you ask me, it's just making him look even worse. But judge for yourself. Take a listen.
That's the narrative that has been shared, that I lock folks up in my church, that, you know, I made them give $40,000 and I wouldn't allow them to leave until they gave it to me. And to be honest with you, that is absolutely false.
Yeah.
People took issue with me saying shut the doors. Understand, I never said lock the doors.
Yeah.
I said shut the doors. They've taken issue with my tone. And I can honestly say, you know, looking at the video, maybe I was a little more assertive than I should have been. And I can apologize for that.
It's pastors like him that give church a bad name. Now, I don't know this guy. I don't know nobody that knows him. But I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say within the next 5 to 10 days, there's going to be something that comes out about him that's going to expose him. That's how it always happens. A video comes out, the person comes out and it's like, no, da 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 da. Somebody in the background digs up something, goes on this, and it's like, yo, he took money from me here. He owed money from this. He da da da, blah, blah. And then like in a couple of months, his whole church is going to be shut down. That's how it always happens. Remember the pastor, Bishop Lamont or whatever, that New York pastor he used to come out in these Gucci suits and whatever. And then, hey, this happened. Oh, that happened. Yeah, he's in jail for 20 years now. You know what I'm saying? So I already know what's going to happen. I could see it already. Let me know what you think about this story in the comment section below. Do you believe him? You can if you want. I'm just saying I don't believe him. It just doesn't sound right to me. What do y'all think in the comment section below? All right, this brings us to quick news. Ring my Tuesday bell. Our first quick story. Claressa Shields says that she wants a baby next year, but she's got to handle a couple of girls first. All right, y'all know that I'm a big Claressa Shields fan. And there was rumors that, oh, she's pregnant. Oh, she's this. Her and Papoose are having a baby. And she's like, yo, I just gained a little bit of weight. Leave me alone. I have a video. She says it a lot more funnier than I do. Claressa Shields made it clear that that she does want a child, but she is not pregnant just yet. She feels that she has a few opponents left to handle first. She promises that when the time comes that she will share the news, just like she shared the news with Papoose and their relationship. Totally believe her. I don't think there's anything going on. Although she does say this behind a table with a robe on. So who knows, but I believe her. The one thing I will say is my other favorite female athlete, Serena Williams, had a baby, and after she had her baby, she has never won a major championship after that. Let's keep that in mind. One away from tying Margaret Court at 24, which is the record in the Open era or before the Open era. I can't never remember, but there's Steffi Graf at 22 in the Open era, and then the closed era, Margaret Court at 24. Serena sits at 23. Serena got to the finals 4 times to try to tie that record, and she couldn't pull it off. She still also is the only female, or actually the only athlete that's won a championship pregnant. She won number 23 while she's pregnant. So, Claressa, I would just make sure that you accomplish everything you accomplished after, because motherhood ain't no joke, right? And call Serena and ask her. So you're still young. I would take your time a little bit. But here's a video. Take a listen.
I want to have a kid. I want to have a kid next year, though. I don't want to have a kid this year. There's a couple girls I want to kick. Yeah, it's a couple girls I'm gonna put my damn hands on. I like to plan things out. But hopefully it can happen next year, and then if it don't, be the year after that. But not right now. I am not pregnant. If I was pregnant, I would announce it to the whole world like I did when me and Papoose came out. I will let you guys know, okay? It would be our internet child, okay? I would expect all y'all to send me money and buy diapers and clothes, and I would do a live gender reveal, all that. We would all be together in this.
What an advantage men have, eh? They could just have kids and still be athletes and do whatever and they don't have to think about their career or nothing. Women, they have to plan that out around their careers, you know? It sucks, but hey, the beauty is that you get to bear children, and that is the greatest gift of all. So be happy about that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about Claressa and Papoose having a baby. Our second quick story. All right, DDG cuts off his locks once he hit 1,000 subscribers on Twitch. Do y'all like his new style? All right, what is going on out here, man? Everybody is cutting their hair off. First, it was Drake cutting off the braids. Yachty cut off his braids, or wherever you want to call it. I think he started locks. DDG is doing it. A couple of other guys in the industry are like, do I have to go see my barber? Like, I sent this to my hairdresser, and I'm like, yo, I see on your page a bunch of guys coming in and cutting off their locks, cutting off their braids. Is this a new trend? What is going on? I know DDG is doing it because he hit the 40,000 subscribers, and I have a video I'm going to play for you guys. I think he had like some of his fans come in. Everybody took a turn cutting off each lock or whatever. My hairdresser said that she feels the guys that didn't grow out the sides and just grew the top, they're cutting off their locks and they're going to regrow it so their whole head could be locked. It's one theory. Who knows? Is the long hair over? I'm nervous. I like my hair. Let me know what y'all think.
Right here from the top right here. Right there. Be acting different at Club DDG tonight. Gonna be acting different at Club DDG tonight.
Our third quick story. Dr. Umar admits that he will not walk his daughter down the aisle if she marries a woman. You have been drafted into the Rainbow Army. Jeez, Dr. Umar, it's 2025. Like, let's go, man. Dr. Umar Johnson is making rounds on the internet after he recently made a video saying that he wouldn't walk his daughter down the aisle if she chooses to marry a woman. As previously shared, Dr. Umar was in a public dispute with the mother of his second daughter, who he calls Miss Vegan. The activist jumped on Instagram Live on Sunday, March the 16th, to voice his frustration, saying that even though he's been making child support payments and showing up in family court, she still keeps their child from him. Now, in a new video, he admits that he doesn't support his daughter's lifestyle and said that his baby mama cuts him off from seeing his daughter because he refuses to marry her. In the video, he can be heard referencing to his daughter as a baby Smurf and answering whether or not he would walk her down the aisle. Baby Smurf, if you are marrying a man that I approve of, I will walk you down the aisle if you would like. I understand that you have been drafted into the Rainbow Army. I don't agree with all of that, but I love you as my child and it will not affect our relationship. But don't ever ask me to co-sign or support something that I'm vehemently against. I will not walk you down the aisle if you marry a woman. Just starting to lose respect for Mr. Umar. I don't like this at all. I think it was earlier this month or maybe in February, we told you guys about all the viral stuff that's going on between him and his daughters, etc. Now we're finding out what the truth is behind it. And for him saying he loves her, he wants to have a relationship, do all of that stuff, blah, 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 and I love you, but I won't walk you down the aisle. And he even said, as long as it's a man that I approve of, is that how you gonna love your child? Like your love is conditional now? It's horrible, man. Take a listen.
When I get married, will you walk me down the aisle? Baby Smurf, if you are marrying a man that I approve of, I will walk you down the aisle if you would like. I understand that you have been drafted into the Rainbow Army. I don't agree with that at all, but I love you as my child. It will not affect our relationship, but do not ever ask me to co-sign or support something that I am vehemently against. I will not walk you down the aisle if you're marrying a woman, nor will your wife be allowed in my house. You will be allowed in my house. Your wife will not. Mama Smurf, I can't believe you let our daughter get caught up in that nonsense. When you knew you didn't want to raise her anymore because I wasn't going to marry you, you should have gave her to me.
Why can't it work out both ways? Why can't he have his views in life and it be respected and say, hey, I don't accept this? And why can't he still walk his daughter down the aisle, support his daughter, and have them come over? Like, why can't they be in your home? I don't get that. Why can't you be honest, come out and say, this is something I vehemently do not approve of. This is not the way of life that I would want for you. I think that it's fair to have that view and for it to be voiced. But why are they not allowed in your home? This is the part I don't get. That is your child, and that's somebody who your child loves. Why can't people get along while disagreeing? I will never understand that. And again, like I always say in my podcast, I think that's the beauty of this podcast, where Republicans, Democrats, independents, whoever you are, we all get together and talk in the comment section. We all, listen to our views and our opinions, and we can all still cohabitate. Is that a word? Cohabitate? The Trent Out Loud dictionary. We just put another word in there. But yeah, why can't that happen? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Y'all let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Our fourth quick story. Shenseea departs Interscope, eyes new record deal. Dancehall artist Shenseea officially departs Interscope. According to sources close to the matter, the 28-year-old singer originally signed to the label in 2019 following the success of her breakout single, Ludi, with Vybz Kartel. The two-time Grammy-nominated singer offloaded a series of cryptic tweets recently saying, "Stop blocking your blessings by holding on to people you know you should let go of." She followed that up with saying, "I'm so at peace with everything these days," and her social media bio no longer has any label affiliation and only lists her booking information. Shenseea is the only female Jamaican artist to release 2 albums under a major label in the last 10 years as she moves forward to secure a new deal, and sources say that she's close to signing a new deal in her pursuit of international success. All right, shout out to Shenseea. I'm a little worried about this. I see how this blog post is trying to spin it like she left Interscope and she's going to find a new deal. 9 times out of 10, it's the label that doesn't want to keep the artist anymore, and now the artist has to go and find another home. That's how it happens. You don't normally walk away from a major record deal unless you have another one set up. We'll see. But Shenseea, although that she's had a cultural impact and she's culturally loved, she hasn't had any breakout singles internationally or any huge sale numbers. So I'm assuming that I think Interscope probably decided to let her go, and this is her team trying to spin it. I hope I'm wrong, but that's just how it smells like to me from the experience that I have in the music industry. I hope somebody picks her up. I hope she gets to find another major deal, because you need that major push. That's why we see Shenseea on the places that we see her. That's her label putting her into places. So us as fans of Shenseea, wherever she lands, we got to show our support. You can't just, you like her on Instagram or you like these little viral clips. You got to go out, download, buy the album, etc., for her to keep on this path, right? We got to support our Jamaican artist. So next time she's Shenseea, support her. All right. Shout out to Shenseea. Our fifth quick story. 2819 pastor goes viral for giving Canadian family $50,000 after driving from Canada to join the church. They sold everything to join a 2819 church. Then God did this. Pastor Philip Anthony Mitchell went viral after telling a Canadian man that he would bless him and his family with $50,000 and a job. Mitchell was shocked when he heard that a visitor to his church had sold all his family's belongings and drove 7 days to join the church. Mitchell, moved by the news, offered the man $50,000, and the man initially turned down the offer and only asked for a job. It was then when the pastor said, "I will give you both $50,000 and a job." Really good video. These are the type of pastors that we want to see, Marvin Sapp. Take a look at this video.
Well, you came from West Coast Canada. You drove from Canada? Oh my. What? How many? With the baby? Oh my. He drove from West Coast Canada with a baby? Yo, my man, come here. Yo, come on, come here. You moved here to join this church?
We sold everything. We moved here.
You sold everything?
Yeah.
You moved from Canada to come here?
2 girls and 2
with
dogs.
2 girls?
And 2 dogs.
And 2 dogs. You sold everything. I want you to stay when this is over. We're going to give out 2 checks today. $50,000 for you. Yes. No, yes. Yeah. No. Give you a job. No. I'm giving you a check. No. You can't block my blessing though. We're gonna give you both. We're gonna find a job for you right here at 2819.
2 things I like in there. I like when he holds up and he goes, and with the baby? With the baby? That was hilarious. And when the guy's like, no, don't give me the $50,000, please. Those are the type of people who you give money to, man. Those are the type of people you help. This man said, please don't give me the money. I just want to work with you. I just want to be part of this church. He sold everything, all his belongings to come to this church. And he got what he wanted. He manifested what he wanted. He got a job and he still got the $50,000. What a great story. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. There are some people that are like, oh, something sounds a little bit weird with this. They're dropping the C-U-L-T word. I just think it's a nice gesture, and some people are negative out there. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Our 6th quick story. Hulk Hogan and his wife eat popcorn while making a reaction video to his ex-wife, Linda, is next level trolling. Hulk Hogan and his new wife react to his ex-wife rant. This is really bad, but it's going viral, so I just wanted to play it for you guys. I don't know all the details of what Hulk and his ex-wife are going through, but she put out a video on the weekend just talking about her life, talking about stuff, and Hulk Hogan is saying that a lot of it is made up. That's why I didn't even bring it to you guys, because it's part of a world that I don't know about, and I don't talk about things that I don't know about. So I don't know what is true and what's not true. But Hulk Hogan is basically indirectly telling us that it's all just fake. That's why he's sitting down being like, oh, this is like entertainment, right? The popcorn. Anyways, it's pretty funny. Take a listen.
I don't know how that reflected onto me, but she cut me out too. I haven't talked to her for 7 years, almost 8 years now. And God bless Nick. He's still such a good boy.
Keep in mind, it's only funny because of the fact that apparently it's all crocodile tears and it's all lies and it's all made up and it's not true. That's what I don't know about. If it is true, then it's not funny. So I'm on the fence, but I brought you the video anyways. Y'all let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Our 7th quick story. The Hawk Tuah girl is clear. The SEC drops investigation into crypto scam. No charges or fines. The U.S. Security Exchange Commission, the SEC, has reportedly closed its investigation into a cryptocurrency scam tied to the woman known as the Hawk Tuah girl. Hawk Tuah had been at the center of the controversy, announced that the regulatory body had decided to cease its probe into the alleged fraud activities. While specifics of the investigation's conclusion were not fully disclosed, this marks a significant development in the ongoing scrutiny of crypto-related scams and the SEC's role in regulating the digital currency market. Just got thrown out, huh? The Hawk Tuah girl. Come on. Like, to her credit, all jokes aside, from the day this happened, we reported on this story from the day that I think it was even like breaking news. From the minute they alluded to the fact that it was a scam, a rug pull, which they call it in market terms, she said that she didn't know anything about it. She was scammed too, and she was willing to work with every investigation and anything. Like, she handed over phone records, she handed over emails, text messages. Like, from the beginning, she felt so bad. And I mean, I don't follow her that much. I know she started a podcast and is doing various things. I haven't followed her too extensively, but the research I did and the interviews that I watched to cover the stories when it was happening, to me, she seems genuine. She seems like a good person. And I don't think that she would use her newfound celebrity to do a scam like this. Normally, people that do scams like this are people that, don't necessarily have a face. Yes, there has been some celebs that have been attached to these things that haven't been as cooperative as her. The Rock, Kim Kardashian, etc., etc. But those celebrities, I think, again, this is just my opinion, I think they know they're going to be okay because their celebrity is so big. I just don't see the Tuah girl. She just came on the scene, just getting her podcast. I don't think would be interested in getting a couple of mil and just ruining everything that she has, because she could make so much more. If you watched yesterday's podcast, I told you how much these celebs are making per post on Instagram, upwards of $1 million, $2, $3 million. And she was very, very viral. So just, again, my opinion, I believe her. And I think that's probably why the SEC dropped the investigation. Now, it is a little suspect that they're not telling us everything of why they dropped it. But from my experience, when they don't tell you the reasons and everything behind the reasons why an investigation has been dropped, is because it's still an ongoing investigation into other people in the crew. So maybe the investigation on her has been dropped, but they're still investigating some of the other people that were involved, and they don't want to give too much information out. Again, that's just me going on my intelligence of how things work when these people are investigating. We'll follow it up and we'll see. But for now, Tuah girl is in the clear. Our 8th quick story. Okay, this is another feel-good story like the 2819 church. Georgia dad busted for leaving kids 1, 6, and 10 years old solo at McDonald's during a job interview, the cops say. Okay, I know it sounds bad, but listen to this. Chris Lewis, a 24-year-old man, was arrested March the 22nd for leaving his 3 children, ages 1, 6, and 10, unattended at the McDonald's while attending a job interview. A concerned customer reported the situation, and deputies found the children alone at the restaurant's indoor playground. Lewis, who did not have a vehicle, explained that he walked the children to the McDonald's but left them there because he didn't want to have them walk back while he was doing the interview. Lewis was charged with deprivation of a minor, and the children's mother later picked them up. So the good news is, listen to the people in the comment section. What is his info? I want to help. Another person said, I want to do something to help him and his kids. Let's be the village that he so desperately needs. Start this man a GoFundMe. Another person said, if the mother picked them up, why couldn't she have just gotten them in the first place? Maybe he didn't want to say. Some men are too prideful to reach out, ask for help. Like, let's just look at the sad part about this. Like, he's wasn't the wrong 100%, but he's just trying to do good, and maybe didn't want to let his baby mama know he didn't have a job, or sometimes you just want to let people know while you're working through things, So anyways, people drag that comment. Raising kids without a village is one of the most difficult things to do. Another person said, the New Yorker is looking into this. What's the problem? Okay, I don't really know that. Another person said, at least he's trying. Where's his GoFundMe? The 10-year-old was watching them, watched my sister at 10, and they're alive and breathing. Lord, please open the window of heavens and pour your blessings onto him and his family. I just thought this was really nice that all of the comments, nobody was dragging him. Everybody saw the good intention. How many people out there are, not doing the right thing and down and out and making bad decisions. This man was like, yo, I have kids to take care of. I have this to do. Let me go out and get a job. Let me go to this interview, and didn't have help and didn't have anywhere to leave them. It's just a sad situation and the state of the economy and the state that we live in. And I'm so happy that people saw the good in him and nobody's dragging him for it. Let me know what you guys feel free if you don't agree with it. There are some people that were like, hey, I don't care what's going on. You just don't leave kids unattended like that. So wanted to know what you guys thought about the situation. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Our 9th quick story. Rihanna and ASAP Rockey are reportedly planning a wedding and baby number 3 after his felony acquittal. Rihanna and ASAP Rockey are reportedly gearing up for a wedding and expanding their family following ASAP Rocky's acquittal. ASAP Rockey was recently found not guilty in the case where he was accused of, etc. We all know what he was accused of. And with his friend ASAP Rockey in 2021. Now he is reportedly focusing on their 2 sons and their future together. According to insiders who spoke to Radar Online, the couple is planning a multi-day wedding in Rihanna's home country of Barbados, where their children will play key roles in the ceremony. While the guest list will be including famous friends, the focus remains on family and close friendships. They initially considered an August wedding, but it may take place later in the year to allow for proper arrangements. Beyond their wedding plans, the couple is allegedly trying for their 3rd child, while Rihanna says that she would walk down the aisle proudly embracing the beauty of motherhood. We love to hear it. Finally, all throughout that trial, while we were reporting on it, everybody was calling ASAP Rockey her husband. Oh, her husband. I was like, are they married yet? And people in the comment section were like, yo, they're not married. But all the articles were writing, it's her husband. I think even the judge and the lawyer. Anyways, it's not her husband. They're not married. They didn't secretly get married. That was also another thing too. Oh, maybe they're saying that because they secretly got married. No, they haven't secretly got married. They're planning to get married this year. Oh my gosh, that's going to be everywhere. Wow, it's going to be crazy. And they're planning to have a 3rd kid. I hope they have a little baby girl, though. I know the 2 boys are cute and everything, and maybe 3 boys together would be maybe easier, but I'd love to see Rihanna have a little girl. That would be crazy. Anyways, let me know if y'all are happy for the harmonious couple in the comment section below. All right, this brings us to my favorite segment, comments of the day. All right, the first one comes from me, myself, and I, age 35. I think that's what it is. Anyways, on Waka Flocka comment, choose your child over me if they can live. Me, myself, and I also wrote, I don't have kids, but my child is me living. I've waited to have kids too. I want the family and fairy tale or nothing at all. I wanted to live my life first and to have a life and choose me over it. No, save my babies, Waka. All right, me, myself, and I are completely aligned because that's everything that I said. So you agree with me and I agree with you. Thank you for your comment. Let me know next time where you are writing from. Fully agree with everything. All right, next one is Candice. I think it's Candice. Hey, Trent, I love you and your show, but I think you're very naive. Also, it was Michael Cohen who said that Trump would never leave. I always find it funny when somebody calls me naive. Just say you don't agree with me. Don't say that I'm naive. I'm independent. I'm free thinking, and I like to see things from both sides, and I like to give everybody an opportunity regardless of who you are. That doesn't mean I'm naive, but you're free to think whatever you want. And if you think I'm naive, that's fine too. Next time, try to tell me where you're writing from. And thank you for your comments. Next one is Ebony Davis. She says, no, Offset does not love Cardi B. All he did the whole relationship was cheat on her and continuously disrespect her with other women, even getting multiple women pregnant. So he's not even protecting himself while he's cheating, and he could bring anything back to her. Now that she's left him and sees no chance of a healthy relationship with him, he wants to ruin any chance that she has with someone else. Not to mention what he did for all his children except for the ones that he has with her for Christmas. He goes out of his way to hurt her. That is not love. It is literally the definition of toxic. Cardi, stay away from him. Keep your peace. All right, you heard what Ebony said, Cardi. Stay away from him. So listen, I saw a lot of people in the comment section saying this similar thing, and I totally understand where you're coming from. However, I would just like to throw something at you to think that not everybody knows how to deal with their emotions and deal with their feelings. Take the cheating thing aside. That is 100% wrong. Yes, that's wrong, okay? I don't necessarily believe that him trying to get her back is just straight toxic and that he doesn't love her. Again, not explaining the cheating, that is wrong, but I don't believe that just because you cheat on somebody and just because you try to get somebody back in the wrong way means that that love is not there. It could be that he doesn't have the tools, and this is coming from a mental health state. Could be that he doesn't have the tools to deal with his past and his trauma. And this is the only way that he knows how to articulate and express to himself. I don't think that she should go back with him, but I still feel like he could love her. You could disagree with me, and that's fine. I just feel like he's young and he hasn't done the work on himself. And I just feel like the passion that he continuously has, like, it has to be more than just jealousy. Like, and I think that's what you guys are alluding to. Like, oh, he's not jealous of her. He just wants her, and that's a toxic trait. Like, it doesn't come across to me as like a controlling thing. It comes across as, I want you and I love you, but I want my cake and I want to eat it too. That's what it comes across to me. That, because like somebody that's like that toxic, I don't see him having more than one kid. Like, he had 3 kids with her. And every time he messes up, it's not like, oh, I just want to be with another woman. He always comes back. It's like he almost feels like, I feel like Offset feels like he can't live without Cardi. And again, not saying it's healthy, anything that he's doing, and it does have a lot of elements of toxicity. I just believe that you could still love somebody and be toxic and be wrong and not know how to manage all of that. She should still divorce him and she should still leave him. I agree with you, because that is not healthy for someone to have to deal with, especially when there's 3 kids around. Like, of all of them, I don't want his daughter to see that and think that that's what love is. The only reason why I'm bringing up this comment, there's a lot of you were commenting on it, I just think that I don't think that you should discredit his love. That's all I'm saying. He's wrong, wrong, wrong. I just believe that you could still love somebody and be wrong. That's it. Let me know what you guys think about that. Okay, I just went off on a little tangent there. Hold on, where am I? All right, next one is Art with Doris. Oh, I like this one. She was helping me pronounce something that happened with young Scooter. And to pronounce the word is femoral artery, Trent. No biggie. We get it. You're awesome. Thank you for giving me grace. I love when y'all give me grace. Next time, please try to let me know where you're writing from, but I appreciate the grace. Thank you. And I think this is the last one, is Alicia. And Alicia sent me this DM on Instagram. She says, hi, Trent. From the day I found your page, I never stopped watching it. You're so funny and you always make my day. I love when you say Lord, but in the Jamaican way. Laugh out loud. I understand I'm Jamaican. Big up, Trent, always. I appreciate you. Your show is fun for real. Shout out from Cleveland, Ohio. Hey, I think that's the only person that actually told me where they were from in this whole comment section today. Yeah, nobody said where they're from. Anyways, thank you very much, Alicia. Big up, Lord. Yeah, shout out to my Jamaicans, and thank you for that comment. Love when you guys like the show. And yes, there's a lot of seriousness, like we just talked about with Offset or Trump or politics or Biden or whatever, but I love to hear that you guys still see the humor while we're trying to bring across serious stories to help you get you through and manage your day, your afternoon, workout, or whatever it is. So love that. And as always, wish I could read every comment out to you guys, but just know that we do see all of them and read all of them. That's what I do before I go to bed at night. Thank y'all. All right, this brings us to social discussion of the day. All right, this one kind of ties in with the the dad in McDonald's a little bit. I didn't even plan this. It just so happened. So this, I think she's a content creator, put this post up and said, I sent my 7-year-old into Chick-fil-A alone. There's no write-up. I have a video. So I don't have to play the whole video. I'll just cap it up to you guys very quickly. She was thinking of ways to build confidence in her child, build character, and so forth. And she said to each one of her children, you guys could decide something that you could do on your own, and I have to allow you to do it on your own. So one of her kids said, I want to go and order whatever I want in Chick-fil-A. So she drives and she sits down. I'll play some of the video. She sits down in the car and she's like, man, this is hard as a mom to just know that your kid is in there and anything could happen. But she gave him his money. He went in Chick-fil-A and she's waiting. I won't spoil the video. All right, let me just play the video. I'll bring you up to speed and I'll talk to you guys. I just want to know, if you like this exercise, do you think it's healthy? Here is what happened.
I just read Anxious Generation, and at the end they have this challenge where they're like, we challenge you to like let your kid do something that without a parent so it can build confidence for them. So all of my kids came up with an idea that they wanted to do that they could do alone. So Wells's idea is to go to Chick-fil-A and order. We rehearsed like what to say, and like if anyone gives them a hard time, to ask for the manager. The worst part is I can't watch. No phone, no way to communicate with me. I can't see if he's in trouble. Oh my gosh, he did it! Hey!
I didn't have to ask the manager or anything.
They just served you?
Yeah. I want to do that again.
Really?
Yeah, that is so fun.
All right, well, he made it out unscathed. Everything was fine. Got his change, got his money. And look at the look on his face, how confident he feels. I love this. I love the experiment. She said she read it in a book and it was a challenge. Loved every second of it. However, as all of you know, I don't have kids. So I sent this to my sister who has 4 kids. She has enough kids for the both of us. I'm very close with my niece and nephews. And I asked her, I said, what do you think about this? And she said, look, I love it. I understand about building confidence in your children, but she doesn't like the fact that she cannot see what's going on in case somebody would try to grab him while he was in there. I didn't think about that part. So I brought it to you guys. Do you think that that's part of it? That he should be able to build a way to do something on his own, and if that were to happen, then he would know what to do. It's not like he went into a park that nobody was there. There's other people in Chick-fil-A, so you can't just come up and like grab somebody up in the middle of Chick-fil-A and run, because whether you're there or somebody else is there, like you'll have to give chase, right? So I kind of disagree with my sister with that, but again, I don't have kids, so I'll respect her opinion. But because of that, I wanted to bring it to you guys and have this social discussion. Do you like this exercise? Do you think it's beneficial for kids? And that's the thing, regardless of whatever the exercise is, maybe this one had to, the same thing could have been pulled off with her just looking at the window. What my sister was saying, great point. I think this is amazing for kids. I think parents that baby their kids, don't let them go on city buses when they're age appropriate, and they're like too close to the chest. I feel like it's a detriment to the child. This is a tough world that we live in, and independence, and most of all is confidence. Confidence. I left the house when I was, I think 17 or 16 years old. I mean, look, I was a bad kid, so we won't even get into that. But I was out the house very early. A lot of bumps and bruises, a lot of things and trouble that I got myself into. I cleaned up my life, and then I got a job, but I did everything on my own. I traveled. I very well traveled, as you guys know, when I got into the modeling industry, and I traveled around the world and lived on my own, lived in different countries, lived in South Africa. I lived in LA. I lived in Chicago. I lived in New York. I lived in Toronto. I did that build confidence. My failing was the reason why I'm so confident today. And I'm not a cocky person. I'm confident. There's a very big difference between cocky and confident. People who are cocky think they know things that they don't know about. So it's actually just masking They really don't know. I'm confident because of my experience, and a confident person doesn't know everything or doesn't think they know everything, but I have confidence in my ability that I'll be able to learn something, or I'm confident in my ability that I'll be able to be okay somewhere. And that was, I think, attributed to the fact that I was on my own from such an early age. Now, to be fair, that was no fault of my parents. It wasn't like my parents weren't there. My parents were there. Married parents, household, great household, and a great place. I was just a bad kid, and I was just like, I'll do stuff on my own. You know what I mean? Like, there's some kids that are forced to grow up on their own. That wasn't my experience. That was just me. I was hard-headed. I wanted to do things on my own. I didn't want to stay in that nest. Even my sister today, who took a totally different path, she says, Trent is the way how he is because he is so experienced and he took so many chances and he has the confidence to try new things and always be out there. So I think it's very important to do this. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. All right, this brings us to question of the day. If your bank account could talk, what would it say to you? All right, the first person says, ushers lock the door. Like the church guy. That's funny. Another person said, my account would say, there's food in the fridge. That's what my account would say to me too. Another person said, my account would say, girl, you're doing a good job. That's good. Another person put an emoji saying, help me. My bank account would say, help me. Another person said, my account would say, man, you're eating out again. I think that's what everyone's is going to be. Another person said, my account would say, don't pay attention to what number I'm at today. Just continue to show me gratitude and God will take care of the rest. Okay. I still think you should have a plan in place, but hey, do you? Another person said, my account would say, that's too fast, mama. Here we go. Another person said, girl, my bank account would say, girl, if you don't get your ASS out the store, I promise I'm going to embarrass you at the cash register. That's hilarious. Another person said, keep going, sis. You're paying your bills and you're doing a good job. Somebody said, you just said that you're going to put that in your savings yesterday. Why are you out here spending it? It's funny. Just think about that if your account really could talk. That's hilarious. Somebody said, my account says, there's somebody named Apple Incorporated that's doing too much. They keep making withdrawals randomly for stacks of paper. Another person said, hey, we've been doing good this month. Don't mess up. Another person said, Brokey Lotto voice. That's hilarious. Okay, I can't say that one. Another person said, my account would say, put that back. That's good. Borrow your head and let's spray. What? Oh, bow your head and let's pray. Oh, I read that wrong. Borrow your head and let's spray. Trenty. Another person said, get yourself a sugar daddy. It's funny. Enough is enough. Stop now. Didn't we just eat? These are funny. Thought it would be a little bit more funny. Here we go. Stop eating. Girl, let's have a down day. Stop door dashing. Big back, big bank. Slow down. Ain't you learned from last month? Hey girl, why can't you start meal prepping? That's funny. All right, if your bank account could talk to you, what would it whisper or what would it say out loud? Let me know in the comment section below. Hey, there was no pun intended on the out loud. All right, this brings us to sports news. All right, 7 ejected after the Pistons and Timberwolves brawl. All right, because of how we record our show, we couldn't get this into yesterday's episode. This game finished too late. But just to bring you guys up to speed, there were 5 players and 2 coaches that got ejected from the Minneapolis Timberwolves and Detroit game. 2 head coaches, etc. Things got too out of hand, blah, 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 blah. Now, what I'm hearing is the NBA is looking into suspensions and fines. Like, that's going to be a big issue and a big problem. The NBA, it's not like the NHL or even NFL where they kind of let these things slide, that kind of brawl is going to have a serious effect. Just wanted to throw this in here. The NBA is working. Yes, they were ejected. Fines and suspensions are coming down the pipeline. Of course, keep it locked and we'll let you know what happens. All right, for those of you who watched episode 473, you know that we had a breaking story, and the title was Kanye West goes off on Jay-Z, Pusha T, John Legend, and admits that he made a mistake getting Kim Kardashian pregnant. So I just wanted to jump in quickly and give a little follow-up. When that story or the video first broke online, we got clips of it. We did our thing and we put it online. We talked about it, but I hadn't watched the whole entire video. So I wanted to follow up on it today. Not that my opinion has changed. Kanye West is still wrong. However, after watching the video, I have a little bit more insight and I wanted to share it with you guys for you to tell me what you think about it, okay? I made notes, as you guys know I normally do. So the video starts out with academics, and like I told you guys in episode 473, this was apparently supposedly planned to be in a warehouse, sit down, and everything was supposed to be a normal interview. But because everything that was going on with Jay-Z and Beyonce allegedly, coming after him for the things that he said on Twitter, Kanye West was leaving the country, running out to go to Japan. So he called academics and was like, yo, if you want to do this, you have to come here right now. I'm leaving my hotel. You have 40 minutes. So the video starts out with academics being like, yo, I came all the way to LA. I might lose this. I don't know what's happening to Kanye. He has to run and leave town. He's so fearful. I hope that we get it. While he's in the car, he's like, I don't know what is going on with Kanye West mentally. He could be perhaps going through a manic episode. We don't know, but I hope we get the interview anyways. And I like academics. Some people kind of judge him not the wrong way, but he rubs some people the wrong way. I think he's good at what he does and he's a journalist. I get it. But regardless of your views and your being a journalist, etc., if you think that somebody might be going through a manic episode, is the first thing that you should do is trying to secure the interview? Or should you not think, man, let me try to get him some help? Because he says that. He's like, my gosh, texting with him, it's crazy. And he's all over the place. And he's this, he's that, and he doesn't. And he's like, I just hope we can be able to get this interview. I just felt that rubbed me the wrong way. I particularly don't feel like Kanye West is bipolar. He has said he's not bipolar, that he has autism. Again, if you think that, I think that your first thing should be, hey, before doing this interview, are you okay, et cetera, et cetera. That was the first thing I got from it. The second thing is the outfit, which obviously we cannot show you. We're not going to talk to you about it. I told you about that in episode 473. I'm not condoning that. On top of it, it will suppress the video. We won't be able to monetize it, et cetera. But it is an outfit that a group wore back in the day, and that group started with a letter K and had two other Ks in the name, okay? But his was not white, it was all black. Now, about the outfit, I'm going to show you guys a little clip. Academic shows up, and Kanye is in a normal shirt and pants, okay? It's a Sean John shirt, but let's not even get into that. And then the whole video, there's no edits. It's academics in the car going to the hotel, getting directions of where to go to his room, him opening the door, and it's just all straight raw. And he says, I'm going to go and get changed into this outfit. Look at Kanye's face when he says, I'm going to go get changed in this outfit. I'm going to play it for you, and then I'll tell you what I think on the other side. Take a look quickly. Doesn't that face look like a mischievous face? Like, I'm gonna go change into this. Like, that group that wore that, and I said back in the day, and they're probably still around, but that's not the point. They didn't wear that to be mischievous, to be like, I'm only gonna do this in front of the camera. Like, that's what they wore. Like, Kanye is doing this to instigate. And I'm going to tell you why he is doing it, because he says it not directly but indirectly with his chain, and that answers the question on why he does so many things. Again, I don't agree with it, but it kind of makes sense. Let me get to it. Just remember that, because I want to just follow in order. So put an asterisk beside that. I'll get back to it. Then he starts talking about Diddy, which we've heard the talk before. Why is he talking to Diddy? Why does he want to put North, his daughter, on a song with Diddy? And he says that he feels like Diddy and himself are in the same boat because it's this system that's going after him. He doesn't condone what he did with Cassie, but he's saying that he knows 100 other men that have been in that sort of situation. That is not uncommon. And why does he have to be in jail, not getting bail for that video that we saw with him and Cassie, when that is very common practice around the world? Again, not condoning it, but he's saying a lot of dudes, that happens to them, or women, that happens to them. And he says when Puff wanted to sue or started suing Diageo, it was this system that was attacking a black man, saying, yo, you think you can come after me? Nah, I don't think so. Boom. And now he's in jail because of Diageo. And he's saying the same thing. He wants to talk about his views. Adidas and everybody wants to drop him. So it's the sleight of hand, the man after him. So he feels like they're aligned. So he explains that, which we've heard again. Then I think that sleight of hand, or the not being able to voice your opinion or not being able to talk, gets him to start talking about himself and separating himself from other celebrities. And he says he claims that no other celebrity can be honest as him because he's the only one that doesn't have a brand deal. If they didn't have brand deals, they would be able to be honest. And again, just to make sure I'm not agreeing with anything, but just think about it. Every single actor in Hollywood, they don't put out movies. They don't put out movies independently. They put it out through a production company. Or they put it out through theaters, and they put it out through Universal. And what he's saying is they wish they could say whatever they want to say, but they know they're not going to get their next movie. Or anybody who's in the music industry. If you're independent, fine. That's one thing. You still have to put your music on DSPs. And DSPs are ran by the man. If you're signed to a label, Sony, Warner, Universal, you're signed to the man. You will not, he's saying anybody in the entertainment industry, they all have some sort of deal in place that has to go through the man. And the man to him is JEWS, right? I'll get back to the chain and the wardrobe in a second. So he's saying, hey, I'm actually what everybody else wants to really say, but can't. And especially he's alluding to black artists or minority artists, but they will never be able to because they're thinking about their money. Okay. Then we get to the chain part. And again, I can't say the chain, but you guys know the chain. Okay. Academics asked him, like, what's up with the chain? Why do you wear the chain? And he said, I wear the chain to show them their pain because they constantly want us to forget about ours. Talking again about black people. You want us to forget about our 400 years, but you don't want to forget about yours. So he wears that chain to show them their pain. Not the right way to go about doing it, but just letting you know his method. And again, I just want to make it clear, I don't agree with it, but I at least like to understand what's going on in someone's head. You guys know me already, being an independent. I don't have to agree with Donald Trump. I don't have to agree with a Republican, or I don't have to agree with Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, or the Democrats, but at least I can understand where people are from. I feel like that's my strength. I feel like that's what this podcast is about. This is why I'm doing this about Kanye. So to say that he has an argument with a group of people, the JEWSs, and that chain is a reflection of their pain, but they're telling him in his eyes, oh, you want us to keep forgetting about our pain? You want to throw our pain under the rug? Well, every time you see me, I'm going to show you a symbol of your pain. Just saying. Then he gets to what I think is Kanye West's whole entire message for the past 2 or 3 years. And he says, your voice is everything. And ironically, this comes at the end of the interview. He changes out of that thing that he's wearing, that black outfit. And he's like, yo, I gotta go. My flight, I gotta go. And academics are like, we're gonna keep filming. They go in the elevator, they meet people outside, they go downstairs, and outside in play clothes, he says, do you remember in that 50 Cent song when 50 Cent said, I let my watch talk for me? I don't remember the name of the song, but I'm sure you guys, it's on 50 Cent's first album. I let my watch talk for me. I let my something talk for me. What up, homie? Bow. Like, I'm sure y'all remember that lyric. Then he continues to talk about cars and homes. And he says that entertainers, especially, rappers or hip hop artists, like we buy those watches and these cars and our houses to express ourselves, to express our success. But he says or suggests that when you become a billionaire, there's nothing left to show off because you have bought everything that you could have bought. And then it only becomes your voice because those things he's already done. So he's alluding to the fact that him becoming a billionaire, and he claims that he was the richest black man in the world, in the US, being worth $6 billion. He's saying that through that process, he discovered how much more powerful his voice was, or being able to voice, like what I said earlier, being able to voice his opinion. He felt like that was more gratifying to him than the Rollies, than the Lambos, than the Ferraris, than the houses, than the shoes, than the fashion. Because that's what artists do, right? They express themselves. We see it all the time. Every time Jay-Z is out, or remember just at the Super Bowl, I saw a post that was like, oh, Tom Brady's watch, $2 million. Jay-Z's watch, $4 million. And yes, Jay-Z is a billionaire too. But everybody goes through and experiences things differently. Kanye felt like he reached an apex where he just wasn't satisfied anymore. And he felt like his voice became his freedom. And I'm going to play a clip. I'm nowhere near Kanye West's level, but I think I understand what he's trying to say. And like I said earlier, I feel like Kanye West is just misguided. I feel like he has some okay ideas. He just doesn't know the right way to express them. But I'm feeling, after watching this video, I'm understanding what he's trying to do. He's just doing it the wrong way. And what I mean by that is, I remember buying my dream house. I remember buying my dream cars. And I remember feeling accomplished and the joy from those things. I remember being a kid, like, I want this, I want that, I want this, whatever, and then obtaining those things. And I remember a few months after, my house just became a house. Even though it was a big house, it just became a house. And then the cars were, I dreamt of this, and then you have it, and then you're like, it's still a car. It needs gas. It needs this. It needs an oil change. It becomes a car. And I feel like some people that have like maybe kind of just like an over ambition or a quality that something is maybe never enough. Maybe Kanye got to the point where everything that he's ever dreamt of, right? And probably beyond that. I mean, this guy at one point was outselling, not necessarily on money-wise, but in the sense of the cultural impact, more than Michael Jordan. And Michael Jordan has one of the biggest shoe lines and brands ever created. And Kanye West arguably has one that is as important, or to some people, even maybe more important. We'll see in the next 10 or 15 years how that lands. But to be able to get to that point and then be like, okay, well, now what I do? You got to the apex of music. All right, what am I going to do now? They say I can't do fashion. They say a rapper can't do fashion. A black man can't do fashion. Boom, I'm going to go into the fashion industry. I'm going to tear that industry apart. Man, they say that we can't be billionaires. We can't do it on our own. Boom, I'm going to do this on my own. So I think that process of trying to always obtain more is what he is trying to do right now. And he has found that talking and his voice is more gratifying than anything he's done. That's what I got out of this. Having said all of that, I still think this is all negative and wrong, and he should be held accountable. But like I've always said, Kanye West doesn't have mental health issues. I know that more than ever after watching this interview. Like I always say, Kanye West's mental health issues or episodes always comes up at the right times, which is why I don't believe it. And even after watching this, I feel stronger that he's not crazy or he's not manic. Kanye West has just found a new hobby. He has found something else that he likes more than music, more than fashion, and more than money. And that is his freedom of speech.
Me, it's like having money for real. It's like freedom to talk.
Y'all let me know what you think in the comment section below. All right, you guys, thank you so much for hanging with me on this Tuesday. Helps me get me through the day as we get to whoop, 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 Hump Day Wednesday. That's when the excitement starts. Remember last week I was telling you guys like Wednesday is like getting ready for the party. Thursday's driving to the party, and Friday we're at the party. So Monday and Tuesdays are the hard days to get through. All right, we are there. Thank you so much for kicking with me. Before I let you all go, I just want to remind you of all the ways to keep up with the Trent Out Loud podcast. For my YouTubers, if you are ever going on a flight or going somewhere where you don't have internet and you cannot access the YouTube app or page, have no fear. We are always available. We are also available on podcast platforms. And guess what? You can download the episode and take us with you. Just go to any podcast platform, type in Trent Out Loud, the show will pop up. Don't forget to hit the follow and subscribe button so that you can be notified every time we upload a new show. And just like on YouTube, we upload daily. All right, that's for my YouTubers. Make sure you stay connected. Now, vice versa, for my podcast listeners, thank you so much for your downloads and supporting the show. We love y'all. However, we suggest, and when I mean we, and when I say we, I mean we, the Out Louders. It's a really cool community that we have going on here over on YouTube. So come on over. Keep on listening to your podcast. Sure, downloads when you need to, but when you can, try to digest this show on YouTube. It's live. There's video. We play pictures. I'm way more animated when you see me in video than on just audio. So come on over and hang out with us. All right. Just go on over to YouTube and type in Trent Out Loud. A couple of housekeeping rules. You can't just watch the show. Come on now. You got to hit that subscribe button. That gives you membership into the family. Boom. Then you got to hit that like button because you got to get the algorithming. So you got to hit that like button. Then you got to, very important, comment below. Now, it could be commenting on one of the questions I've asked, social discussion or whatever, or a topic. Give us your opinion. This is a dual podcast. I don't just do this by myself. I need you guys to answer so that we could have a community and have a conversation. So very important. However, if you don't want to comment, that's fine. But at least say, hi, Trent, or whatever, and let me know where you're from. This is a global podcast, and it's nice to see people all over the world. I have the analytics, but people can't see. So leave a comment where you're from at minimum. Lastly, the bonus, if you're really enjoying the show, please try to share the show with your family and loved ones because that helps in growing the channel. We appreciate your support. For those of you who want to follow me on social media, I'm available on all social media platforms. It's always the same handle, Trent Out Loud. And we also are testing out a new blog page on Instagram called Formally Out Loud, Formally Out Loud, no Trent, just Formally Out Loud. And there, what we'll do is that we'll post the long form videos of the videos that we edit here on YouTube or we take out or we can't play for copyright reasons. You can go over to Formally Out Loud and see the full videos there. We'll post it as soon as we post the video. So you can check us out, check me out, Trent Out Loud, or check out videos and just, it's like the show after the show, the videos after the show on Instagram at Formally Out Loud. Thank you so much for kicking it with me. I will see you tomorrow sharp for Hump Day Wednesday. Have a great day. Peace. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Trent Out Loud. Peace!